Good evening and welcome to the iGPFun Super Formula Lights League. Round 3 takes us to Silverstone, Northamptonshire, England. I am Tom Cairns in the commentary position. Alongside me is Jim Cunningham, who'll be with us to take us through the action over the course of the next hour. We are into the final minutes of qualifying before we have our 25-lap event to determine who will come out on top here. Before we look at who is doing what on circuit, let's have a look at the scores on the doors after the opening 2 rounds of the season that we had at Spa and Indianapolis. Brad Fulliger, with 2 second-place finishes, is on top of the pile with 84 points, a point clear over Nick Nagler, who won last week at Indianapolis. Then it's Alexei Yuko up to 3rd place on 78 points. Then we've got Seven Dodderer, who started the season well in 4th. Then it's the reigning champion, Tony Jimenez, in 5th place on 75 points. Andy Flint, 6th. The highest of the American drivers in the field. Then it's Denny Corney 7th, Robert Ridgway 8th, Scott Taylor 9th, and Patrick Williams running out the top 10. Then we've got the likes of Ludwig Ransson, Kyuji Ito, Justin Fields, John McKenzie, Adam Telsma, and Guyan. Johan Annette, who won the first race of the season at Spa, he's in 16th position. He didn't compete last week. 17th, I should say. Mehmet Saski, 18th. It's Max Bartolotta, Dorian Arroyo, Chris Patel, Paul Distelli, Kevin Byland, Jimmy Santos, and Marcello Caruso running out the top 25 point scorers in the Drivers' Championship. Of course, there is a long way to go as far as the championship is concerned. Looking at the Teams' Championship, you've got RS Elite on 85 points. It's RS Works on 83. Unity Racing Red are on 80 points. It's RS C Men on 79. RS Apex in 5th, tied with Scuderia Racing Forces. Then we've got the likes of Thunderbolt Racing, RS Aquatic, Apex Assassins, RS Prime, and RS Advance in the top 10, who are also tied with Twin Dragons Racing. Then we've got the likes of Turkish iRacing, Formula Team, Velocity Titans, Unity Racing White, Turbo Brothers, Arts and Delia Red, BWRT, GP Fun 67, Modern Racing Prince GP, and Double Helix in the top 20, all of which have scored points so far. As far as the schedule is concerned, we've been to Spa and Indianapolis, as I've already mentioned. Tonight is Silverstone, then it's back to America at Sebring, Florida, and then we head to Road America. Then it's off to Canada at Motorsports Park, and it's off to Europe again at Monza, Donington, and then it's another American round over at Laguna Seca. And then we head to Miami, a new round for the iGPFun Super Fun and Lights League. A very, very fun circuit to look forward to. And then we'll finish up with a double bill in Europe, Zandvoort, Netherlands, and Barcelona, Spain. Enough of me speaking for the next minute. Let's introduce Jim into the booth and get his thoughts on what he expects to see. And Jim, Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to you, Tom. First one of the new year together. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good one today. I noticed that Johan Annette is on top of the board right now. Not surprising. I happened to, earlier today when I was setting up some graphics and stuff, I happened to pop into a Super Formula Lights race on in the officials, and there was Johan Annette up there dominating. He qualified on pole, and in about 3 laps had about an 8-second gap on the field, so not surprising. He's on top of the board. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great one today. I'm really excited. Silverstone's a track that really fits these cars well, a fast circuit. You know, we all know it from Formula One, of course, and I think we're going to see, yeah, you know, I think these cars will perform similarly, so it's going to be a good one.
Silverstone circuit, first opened in 1948, has alternated with other circuits, particularly with Brands Hatch in the 70s and 80s as host of the British Grand Prix. But since 1987, it's been the permanent home of the event. And what better place to host the British Grand Prix than this particular circuit, especially the last couple of years. The British Grand Prix has put on an absolute belter for the fans, and it's not hard to see why. There is the threat of rain in the air as far as the briefing is concerned for here. Now, in terms of when drivers can start overtaking on the first lap, that is out of Aintree, turn number 5 before the Wellington Straight. That's when they can begin getting some overtaking done. No active overtakes until after turn 5 on the left, as I've already mentioned. They have to keep 2 wheels on track on the inside of turn 8. That is the right of Woodcote. They have to remember that driving off track voluntarily is strictly prohibited. It is easy to get an incident by mistake on track. Just play it fair and all will be fine. And a lot of it is pretty self-explanatory. But as ever, qualifying is at an end, and we can get on with some racing for this evening for the third round of the first season of 2026 in the iGPFun Super Formula Lights League. Who will come out on top here? Will it be Johannet, who has qualified on pole position, or will it be the man who won last week, Nick Nagler, who is on the front row next to him in second position? We shall see as we wait for the circuit to transition from qualifying to the race. I don't think there is anyone else out on circuit. I think everyone's back in pit lane. So we're just waiting for iRacing to make its transition to the race session. And once we are at that point, we can then have a rundown on who is lining up where for today's race.
Yeah, I think, Tom, this is, obviously this championship's going to, come down to, well, I don't know how many races that Johannet is planning on attending. We haven't talked to him, so I'm not sure if he's planning on running pretty much the full schedule this year or what. But man, he is so fast when he shows up. It's always a pleasure to get to watch him race. It looks like we've got us a grid coming up, so let's go ahead and pull that up for you. There we go.
Annette and Nick Nagler on the front row next to each other. Annette on pole. It's Brad Fulliger in third place, aiming for another strong performance here at home. Eunice ML alongside him on the second row. Then we've got Chris Patel and Max Bartolotta on row number 3. There's Max Giacchino and Connor Wagner on row number 4, followed by Ludovic Runson and Andy Flynn rounding out the top 10. Simon Fessy and Stefan Dodderer are on the 6th row, followed by Robert Ridgway and Scott Taylor. Then it's Marcello Caruso and Patrick Williams on the 8th row. Tony Jimenez, the reigning champion, down in 17th position. He has a lot of work to do. Alongside him is the Unity Racing red driver Denny Cornu. Memetaski in 19th position for the Turkish iRacing Formula team. And it's Marius Anderson, the Dane, next to him on the 10th row. Justin Fields, another one of the home heroes, in 21st place, ahead of Jimmy Santos. Then it's Patrick Piper, who is a newcomer to this series, in 23rd place, ahead of Vincenzo Taumina. And we've got George Taylor for the GT Racing squad in 25th place, ahead of Dion Rosa, the Australian, who I'm sure will have a few fans tuning in to watch him tonight. Then we've got Sarah Molvaitova in 27th place. It's Bruno Denesi in 28th. Andrew Harris in 29th, followed by John McKenzie. And we've got the likes of Kikuchi Ito and Eddie Amos on the 16th row. Clark Williams and Stu Milne in 33rd and 34th places. We've got Matthew Gracie and Adam Tasma on the 18th row. Paul Distelli and Filippo Chiesi on row 19. That's Dorian Arroyo and Giovanni Solito running up the top 40. And it's Scott Edwards and Patrick Rowlands in 41st and 42nd places. And it's Gregor Hotala and Scott Haddock, who usually starts from the back of the field, who comes through rather well, so he's one to look out for. Alex Lon and Justin Carasoza have, I don't think, have set lap times in qualifying. But the lights are coming on now, Jim, and we are good to go for the start here at Silverstone. The lights are coming on now. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lights are on. Lights off. It's go at Silverstone. A good getaway from the front row, as is Brad Fulliger, who has a little sniff at Nagler into the first corner of Abbey, but it's no overtaken so far out of the first 5 turns of this course. They better have read their briefing before they got going, but no such incidents so far in this one. We want to make sure that everyone gets through safely around this course, but it is Annette who leads. Nagler is in second place as they come out of Aintree corner. Overtakes can now begin, Jim.
Yeah, well, of course, that was another good, clean getaway. We both love that old no-taking right off the start aspect of this league. So here we go. But we'll see now. With this many cars, we usually do get a little bit of action, maybe that we didn't want, but that happens.
As out of Woodcote they come, and there is Annette in the lead. It's Nagler in second, and we've got the likes of Fulliger, Amel. And there's a lot of drivers jostling for position. A few drivers putting wheels in the gravel on the exit of Luffield. Now there are the leaders there, and that's Annette. There's a little flicker there. I hope that isn't a sign of things to come throughout this race. That is the last thing he'll want. But Nagler is refusing to leave in the gap there, Jim. And it looks like he is looking quite feisty here for another win.
Well, you can't blame him. I mean, and the thing about Annette is you got to get him early. You can't let him just start running away because he'll pull away from the field if you do. If you start battling with somebody behind you, like Bulliger right there is right behind Nagler, if they start battling, Johan will be gone.
Heading towards over the line. Chris Patel's got a slowdown to his name, presumably for running a little bit too far out wide at Stowe Corner. There's an overtake. That looks like Andy Flint,
Flint, yes.
Who's tussling there with Stefan Dodderer, who I think might have a slight change of livery on his car, though. I mean, it could be the same, but we'll find out soon enough as the race progresses. But it is lap 1 done. There is Dodderer, who has now got Simon Fessi alongside through Abbey and Farm. And I'm sure there is a slight change of livery on Dodderer's car.
Yeah, well, I definitely downloaded a whole new set of paints for the guys today, so there may be a couple of them that look a little different. Although I have to say, I like that livery a lot on Ridgway's car right there. That's kind of almost like a Minecraft type look.
Looking further down the field, and looking like Bruno Danesi may have been in the wall somewhere, as is Patrick Rowlands. He's also gone round. I think Eddie Amos is losing places outside of the top 25, and that's who's that? That's just run wide there. Well, that's not saying
Williams.
That was Scott Say. It might have been Patrick Williams putting a wheel in the gravel on the exit of Woodcote and surviving. But now he's got Jimenez right on his tail, determined to make up for lost time after a tricky qualifying session. 17th he was on the grid, Tony Jimenez, for this race. And if he's going to retain his title, he better get a move on and actually start scoring well. I think he finished in the top 8 in the first opening rounds of the season, indeed, Tony Jimenez, which is a fair feat. But I'm sure if he's going to be fighting for the title, you just never know in terms of Johan Net's attendance for races this season, whether he may need to be turning up more often in order to keep hold of the lead in the title race. Well, I can say that Nick Nagel has gone into the lead.
Yes,
he's gone into the lead, and that's because Annette had to slow down because of a slowdown next to his name on the timing tower.
As Brad Fulliger is doing right now as well, serving a slowdown. So far, they've been testing the track limits here. That's for sure. We've seen a couple of slowdowns already just in these first few laps. There goes
and Annette goes back through. That's Annette going back through on Nagler at turn number 3. That is coming towards the loop section. Village, that is. That was the name of the corner I was trying to get out of my mouth there. But Annette is through, back into the lead after that minor hiccup towards the end of lap number 2. Looking further, that is Patrick Williams, who's got Ludovic Ranson alongside him on this back straight of Wellington before they get to Brooklands. Now they're heading towards Luffield Corner. Around the outside there goes Ludovic Ranson. Can he make light work of the American? The answer to that is no, unfortunately, for the Frenchman.
We just lost like Yunus Amal, I think.
I was going to say, yes, Yunus Amal has had an error on this lap, and it's over at Luffield Corner, Jit. Is that a connection issue or something?
Maybe. I think some sort of issue. Obviously, he jumped to the pits, but I don't think it didn't seem like a connection issue. Maybe more like some sort of equipment issue that he had to pull over for, or maybe something personal going on that he just had to jump out of the session. But well, that's unfortunate there.
There's the queue of cars headed up by Simon Fessi.
They touched! Oh,
they have. That's Robert Whitray he's collided with, and both are off.
Yeah, Fessi's way. I mean, Whitray went way off, I believe.
There's more mayhem behind him. Just as Fessi joined back onto the circuit, it looks like Patrick Piper had gone round on the exit. There he is. Look, that's Piper spinning at pit entry.
Yes. Oh, come on now. Oh, no, and he just slams it in the wall. That's so... Well, at that point, he damaged the car, so he kind of had to go in, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, at least he's kept the car going anyhow. From this race so far, we've lost the likes of Yunus Amal, Bruno Danesi, It's George Taylor, although I think Denese may still... No, Denese's still not running now. George Taylor isn't running, and Justin
Look at
Carasosa.
this right here.
That is Jimmy Santos to the outside in that green livery there on the tail of Mehmet Taski. And it's Vincenzo Taumina in the turquoise and black livery car.
And you got Fessy in there. You got Tamina. This is just a big, well, I know we use that term often, but it's a nice big gaggle of cars here all running together.
Yeah, and Taumina had to get out of it there when he was put towards the wall by Jimmy Santos. And now he's got his mirrors filled with Simon Fessy, who's desperate to make up after the collision he had with Robert Whichway, both of which kept going.
Yes.
But now Fessy's down in 18th position. And the man he collided with, Robert Whichway, is down in 27th.
Boy, he really got sailed. He sailed off the track, man. He went all the way out there. That's a tough recovery for him.
He's making a move, though.
Yeah.
He's passed Matthew Gracie for position, so he's up into 26th place. Is Ridgway.
If we get a second, I wouldn't mind going back and peeking at that one more time, just to see kind of maybe the fault there, you know.
Was that a patch of water they just gone through there? Almost like something had been kicked up on the circuit before they got to Club Corner. Either way,
maybe
that is.
I don't think water though. I don't think there's any moisture around the track at this point. So.
Well, there is the threat of rain.
Yeah, well, I looked at when you said that earlier. If you look here, I'll pull up the weather again. See down at the bottom there, it shows 0% chance though. So maybe not. We'll see. But to be honest, I wouldn't mind one of these races starting dry and going wet to where they got to come in and change some tires. I think that'd be kind of cool, actually.
Wouldn't we like that?
Yeah, it'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 wide here.
That's Stu Milne in the middle of that. He has got what looks like Matthew Gracie to his right. And Eddie Amos is the next driver behind, as is Adam Talsma, the Canadian, has gone past Amos for position. I have to say, despite...
Who's that green car right there? Is that Talsma? Yeah, it's Talsma.
That's Talsma in that yellowish black livery. And that's Amos behind, who I think has had a slight change of livery to his machine. I prefer the old one he had, to be honest with you, because that was a little bit more distinctive.
With the solid red scales on it?
No, it was the
predominant.
It was like the predominant turquoise livery that he had.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to try something right here something brand new, never tested. I just installed it literally as we were going on air. So let's see if this is... So this is Twin Dragons Racing here, the 2 cars of Eddie Amos and Darren Arroyo. And it shows the position that they're running in, currently 29th and 31st. And they're currently, I think, 10th overall in the team standings. Just something new. We will update you throughout the event, maybe on how the different teams are running. Another cool feature here.
The team at the top of the pile are RRS Elite. Drivers they've got there are Scott Taylor and Nick Nagler. Scott Taylor's running in 10th place. Nagler is running in P2, 1.4 seconds off the lead.
Yep, and you can see the team liveries there. Nagler's hanging with the net to a degree, but he's starting to get away. And if Bartolotta, which, by the way, Fulliger's dropped a couple of spots. I guess that was over that slowdown, huh? So now you got Bartolotta's up in 3rd place. We haven't talked about him at all. Whoops.
He's another one of those who's had a change of livery for this race in the pink colours scheme. Here's the Italian. It's a lovely livery, has to be said. Now, Max Bartolotta, look at the number of teams in there. There's a humongous amount of teams involved in this.
I updated, I think, the top 10 teams. Bartolotta right now is not showing a team. I'm going to do some research on that in the coming weeks and try to get everybody attached to the proper teams as we go along. A lot of that information was not provided, but we'll track it down over the next few weeks and get everybody updated. We've got some getting tight up here at the front.
It is. That is Nagler and Bartlotta fighting over second place. Another driver that's pulled out of this one so far is Justin Fields, who had stopped on lap number 6. We'll find out soon enough as to what exactly had been going on with him.
Here we go. I believe we're fixing to find out what happened to him the hard way.
Well, no one else is involved. Has he stopped in the similar way to Yunus Amal?
Nope, he stopped in the wall. That looked like an equipment issue.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He just veered off and hit the wall there, so I would think that probably is an equipment issue. Oh, Bartolotta's
Here we go with these two.
Move.
Nagler and Bartlotta side by side coming towards Cop's corner. Bartlotta hanging it out, but you could just see Nagler is just about leaving enough room. Bartlotta did very well actually not to get a slowdown because he had all 4 wheels over the white line. And now it's through Maggots, Beckett's and Chappell. They go. Will they keep it clean round here? Nagler there. Bartlotta hopping over those orange curbs, which are certainly not a driver's best friend, let me tell you that. But now there's Chris Patel who's also got in on the act here.
Yeah, Patel.
Oh, that was so close between Bartlotta and Patel. I thought those two were going to collide on the hanger straight there, Jim.
Yeah, I have to say, I think Patel probably lifted at one point there to get, oh, look at this little move Patel just put on Bartolotta, though.
He has, but Bartolotta's still to his left. Is Bartolotta going to be able to hold on to that final podium position? Patel allows him to go by, and now he's got Brad Fulliger joining in the fun. And, oh, that was a poor error from Nagler on the exit of Club Corner. And Bartolotta surely is going to go through into second place.
Yeah, that was, yeah, he took advantage of that for sure. Well, I tell you what, this is tough action right here. You got 4 cars all on top of each other right here. Really 5, because Connor Wagner's all up on this as well.
More drivers joining in the fun for the runner-up position in this race. Vincenzo Taumina has ended up in the pit lane with some form of issue, and have also lost the likes of Marcello Caruso and Dion Rosa, which is not good news. So we'll get more on that in a moment whilst we are watching this incredible battle for second place, and all of this is helping Johan Net to scamper further and further up the road.
He went from 1.5 seconds to 5 seconds. Just in the course of about a lap, maybe a lap and a half at the most, because of this battle. But this is basically a 5-car battle for second place here. Can't see Wagner in this picture right here, but he is right behind him. There you go. Now you can see all 5 of them.
Incredible.
Yeah, for second place. You know, it's not like this is back for 30th. You know.
No, this is for the major positions in the race. And, you know, there goes Nagler to the outside of Bartolotta at Stowe Corner. Can he carry the momentum on the exit? He cannot do. Bartolotta is able to hold on. And
back on board with
Nagler's
Patel.
just going to have to... Yeah, he's going to have to cycle. Oh, Bartolotta's gone way too deep. Way too deep there. And that's held Nagler up, opening the door for Chris Patel to head on through. And now he's the man challenging for second place, but Nagler amazingly has kept himself in the hunt. Bartolotta runs wide, as does Nagler at Abbey Corner.
This is not going to end well. Oh, this is so good though.
Now you can just see Andy Flynn getting involved.
Here comes another one, yeah.
What was a 4-car battle became a 5-car battle, and now it's a 6-car battle.
Oh, this is incredible. They're all
Amazing.
about a 10th of a second apart racing this hard.
Yep. That's Fulliger being attacked by Wagner at Brooklands. Conor Wagner to the outside, but he's not able to make the move stick. A little dip into the gravel there for both Bartolotta and Patel. Let's have a quick look at the what happened to Caruso and Rosa, Jim, because those were the latest to drop out of this.
Well, let's see. Give me a second here while we watch this, and I'll see if I can dig those up. We've had a lot of little incidents occur since then.
Now, Andy Park, as you've been saying, 2 places Sarah. He'll be referring to
Caruso.
the...
Oh.
Well, he stopped on circuit there. I'm sure he must have had some form of
he
issue.
Must have. Oh, here we go. That was the second time he pulled off track.
Oh yeah, that's a collision.
Oh my
with
gosh!
Dion
Was that
Rosa.
Rosa? Yeah, that was Rosa. So he was already off the track when that happened. It does not show him running off the track before that.
Ooh, it's very nasty, that.
Yeah, that was bad. Rosa got destroyed there, and that was. Take a look at it from Rosa's point of view. Oh man!
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, it was. I tell you what, he held onto that wheel. You could see the way he had it turned over like that. Well, I tell you what, that force feedback can hurt you if you hang on to one that hard.
We've got more drivers dropping down the order considerably. Adam Talsma and Marius Anderson are the latest. We'll get more on that in a moment. We'll go back to what I was saying about Sarah Mulfitova. I'll just go with Mulfitova for now in terms of pronunciation. Whoever's watching is a fan of this particular driver. If you can fill me in how to pronounce it phonetically, that'd be great. And I'll know for future reference. But that driver is now running in 23rd position. Sarah, that is.
Oh, yeah.
She's just been overtaken now, actually, by Matthew Gracie, but she's having a good race so far. And this is the battle we're looking at for 23rd. There goes Mulfitova.
We've been watching a battle up front. I mean, no matter where you go in this field, there's just these incredible battles going on all over the place. I'm working on getting a picture-in-picture setup going, maybe where we can bring multiple action shots at the same time. Let's take a look at what happened to Adam Talsmina. Quick, see here. I think this is going to.
Oh, someone has already gone off the circuit beforehand. Please don't tell me they rejoined into the Parfitt.
Oh, no, it wasn't the rejoin that got him. But so who was that? He had his incident with.
Difficult to tell from that angle
there. I don't see who that is.
Well, it's not Eddie Amos for a start.
I show nobody else in that incident. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, either way, he's gone no further, or he's dropped down the order. As Adam Talsma.
That's still. Yeah, all of them are running still within a couple of tenths of each other up here. Now we're back to Dotterers coming into this mix too. Look at. You got
7 cars fighting for second place.
Second through 8th place right now. And as you can see, Ludwig Ranson just back there kind of eyeballing them from behind, just waiting, creeping up on them.
This race is flying by. We're on lap number 11 now, 25, here at Silverstone.
Ow. It is flying by, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, given it is a high-speed nature racetrack, the lap times are expected to come down even in these cars with the amount of downforce on them. But they are heading on to the hangar straight now. Are we going to see another change for second place between the likes of Bartlotta and Nagler? Not this time around. Nagler was quite close on the tail, but he didn't quite look like he was making the move on the Italian. But in terms of how this race has gone and how it affects things in the championship, I do believe Nick Nagler will be moving into the lead because he's running in 3rd place. 3rd place would give you 41 championship points, and Fulliger, who's running in 6th place, he would get 38. And as a result of that, Nagler will move into the lead by 2 points over him. And Johan Nett, who is also leading the race, he'll also move on to 86. But bearing in mind, he did miss last week.
Do they have drop rounds? I know I should know that. I should.
There are drop rounds, yeah. There's 2 drop rounds this season.
So at this point, when they start counting, that'll help Annette because, you know, be able to drop that 0 score.
And the latest driver to come into the pit lane is Patrick Williams, who was running in the top 10 at one point in this one. But now
he got into a mess here. Let's see. Right after this is he had an off track. Oh,
that's the sausage curb.
Yeah, it sure got him too, didn't it? But then I think he suffered damage here, and I think it goes from bad to worse. I believe the car is damaged, and I think he gets into a little bit more trouble here in a minute. Stay with him just a second.
It was okay through Abbey and Farm.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be too tore up. I show him with another off
unless
track.
He came into the pits at the end of this lap, Jim. He might have come into the pits at the end of this lap because he had the damage.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
So just stopping out on circuit.
Yeah, I guess that's good. Okay, that's not horrible. I mean, obviously it still kills his day pretty bad as he sits back in 30th right now. Speaking of 30, let's jump back a little bit here and take just a quick look at some of these other battles back here. This is Andrew Harris and Clark Williams for 16th and 17th place.
Nail biting battle again. We've seen two Italian drivers swapping places further down the order as well. Giovanni Solito and Max Cicchino for 28th and 29th. There they are, look. Then the racing for the same team as well, presumably.
Liveries look pretty close. Not exactly, but close. Yeah, maybe. We'll, like I said, we'll get all that team stuff sorted out over the next few weeks. I'm going to start messaging and gathering all that information for. Literally have battles everywhere. Right here, you got well, there. I have no idea how to say that last name. That's
Sarah Malfitova. I'll go with that one. I'm sure there will be someone that come in saying how to pronounce it. Eunice and I was just saying he had damage following the slowdown he had with Brad Fulliger.
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason why he had stopped.
That's unfortunate.
Here's Malfitova with Scott Haddock, who's come through from the back of the field. He's now in 22nd place, ahead of the driver from the Czech Republic.
He is he's so good at coming through from the back of the field. He just does his thing, every week. It's a great little battle right here. Nice three-car battle. Strong, really. Let's drop back just a little bit more. You got Eddie Amos back here with Marius Anderson.
Another good battle as well. In case you wonder how many are still going in this race, there are a total of 35. We've lost Filippo Chiesi, Adam Talsma, Vincenzo Talmina, Marcello Caruso, Dion Rosa, Justin Fields, Patrick Piper, Bruno Danesi, Eunice Amal, George Taylor, and Justin Carasosa. Bartolotta now has a slowdown to his name, which won't help him.
Oh, sure does. Go up here and see what's going on with that. Oh, yeah, no, and they're streaming by him, too. Look at this, would you?
Yeah. It's a nightmare for a driver now to get a slowdown in this field.
Especially
if you're at the front of it.
Yeah, especially at Silverstone, too, because there's not a lot of slow areas where you can work that off and maintain position, So much of this track, you're wide open on the throttle around here.
They're going through Copse Corner again. And Nagler is keeping hold of second place, doing rather well. The way he's handling the situation.
And if you're interested,
there is Johanet, who's in a league of his own.
This is how far Annette is ahead. Let's see if I can even do. It won't even. I can't even get them both in the same shot anymore. That far ahead, he's almost 9 seconds ahead at this.
Well, Nagler, I think, will have to accept the fact that he's not going to catch Annette in this one. The only way he will do is if Annette makes some form of error around the circuit.
And we've seen that. I mean, a couple of races ago, if I'm not mistaken, Annette spun in the lead and closed the gap right up, and then, speaking of accidents, look at this. Oh, no!
Yeah, that's Constantina, and that is Andy Flint involved.
Oh,
Brad Fulliger has got involved. He's taken damage from that. It looked like Max Bartolotta got out of shape, and he took Andy Flynn and Brad Fulliger with him.
Oh, man. Let's see. We're going to go back and take. Okay. Oh my gosh. So, all right, what's already happening here?
There's no way Flint would have been able to carry on with that damage.
You don't think so for sure. All right, let's see here. All right, I slowed it down a little bit so we can see now. So,
oh no, it's not Bartolotta that kickstarted it.
No. Trying to figure out who it was.
Chris Patelli might have been.
Maybe Patel. I'm trying to see.
He's down in P11.
I think that might have been Patel, actually. Yeah, okay, it was Patel. And then oh man, look at Andy Flint though. Holy cow, what a ride. All right. I hate doing this, but again. There's Andy Flint now. Is he all the way at the bottom?
He's 15th, but he is dropping back down the field slowly but surely.
Here we go. Let's try this. On board with Flint.
Oh, he's just really unfortunate.
Oh man, look at this, would you?
I think if you're the man behind the sim, you would not want to be experiencing that. And Brad Fulliger stopped, Jim. He has stopped. I think, has he stopped on circuit? Or is he in the pit lane? He's in the pit lane now.
Yep. Pulling into the pits. Patel's in. They did make it around. Flint is in. He's got a meatball, of course. So, oh gosh, man. Go back up here and see what we've got left up here at the front. Man, that went to, well, heck in a handbasket, didn't it?
Yeah. So Nagler is in second place still. Yep. Conor Wagner's up into third. Max Bartolotta, despite going off the circuit in avoidance of the Patel Flint, and
I'll tell you what, that slowdown saved Bartolotta right there. That slowdown he had right before that, because he dropped back in a few places, and that cleared him of all that mess.
Yeah. Seven Dodder is now up into fifth position, and it's Ludwig Ranson sixth. It's the highest we've seen from Ranson in a while. We've got Scott Taylor too. Jimenez is now in the top 10 in eighth.
Shocking, right? He always manages to turn up there, doesn't he? Here's Marcus Anderson goes around Marius Anderson goes around Matthew Gracie.
And Scott Haddock is ahead of these in 18th. He's pulled away from Mulfitova, and now he's going after Stu Milne, the man from Scotland. He's
so would you pronounce that first name as Sarah? Is that how you would read that?
My temptation would be Sarah.
Sarah, okay.
Sarah, yeah. It might be Sarah, but I'll let whoever knows her well.
What just happened here? This is Fulliger.
This will be as part of what happened with the damage. He had a spin.
No, this just happened.
Does this just happen? So first lap out of the pits, and he's just...
Yeah, just happened.
He's just spun on the outside of left field.
Yeah, and here's another incident. I don't know if it is related.
This is Giovanni Solito at Cop's Corner. What has he been up to?
Oh, all right, he's on. Oh, hold on to it. There you go. All right, well, tore the tires up, I'm sure. They're probably pretty angry about that.
Yeah, they won't have liked that. They won't have liked that. But now, Bartolotta's got Dodderer on his gearbox, looking to take fourth place away from him before the race is over.
You got a couple of good battles going on back up here again. It's starting to form back up. There's little gaps now, but between them. But yeah, you just knew that 7 or 8 cars that we had running up there together. You just knew that was going to eventually, something was going to break, unfortunately.
Conor Wagner hoping for more here. He's had a terrific race so far.
I'm guessing he probably pronounces that Wagner, being American. I think Wagner is probably the pronunciation there. That's the way we would pronounce it in the United States.
Okay, well, I'll happily go along with that.
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate. I'd be shocked if it wasn't Wagner.
Well, Nagler is in second place. Bartolos has got another slowdown, which won't help him in his defence with Stefan Dodderer, who is gunning for another strong performance on the back of what he did in Indianapolis 7 days ago.
Yeah, and man, I'll tell you, it's such a brutal place to serve these slowdowns here, too. It's like the worst place to get a slowdown. You just have nowhere that you're going slow enough that you can work it off without losing position. Man, Max has got to be creeping up on the incident limit, you know. It's like there's a lot of off tracks. Something just happened with Harris here. Running in 15th currently. I don't know if... Oh.
That's a spin at Brooklyn.
Okay. I mean, he got it back going again pretty quickly. I don't know that he lost more than maybe one spot there.
Well, he is in 15th place from the live timing pages that we've got now. There is Stefan Dodderer, who's already got by Bartolos because of Bartolos's need for a slowdown, because of the slowdown he had. But at least a little bit clear of Ludwig Ransson in 6th place, who's gunning for another position gain in this. And that's Nagler, who maybe didn't get the best of exits coming out of Beckett's this time around.
Wagner has been all over him now for several laps, and he's really making a run on him here, though.
And Wagner all over the back of Nagler full position. Bartolos is back ahead of Dodderer full position. Yep, he's back ahead of him. He's done it at Stowe Corner. And that's the Italian back through. New fastest up of the race from Yarrow Net.
See how he got back around him. I just drove it right in there, yeah. No big deal. Didn't seem to get a lot of fight there out of Dodderer, did he?
It looks like Dodderer was prepared to just let him go here because he knows that there's just no point fighting him when you got the likes of Ludwig Ransson closing them down.
Yeah, you don't want to
play the long game in this series.
That's right. You don't want to bring him into the mix. And this right here is just, I can't get away from it. They're running. Look at this. Oh, he might get him here.
There goes Wagner on Nagler for second place at Brooklyn's corner. Oh. Nagler will hang out around the outside and have the inside line for Luffield. But it looks like Wagner's done it here, unless he's gone a little too deep into Luffield, and Nagler gets back ahead of him.
Wow. This is so good.
Now as they come towards Cop's corner, there goes Wagner on the inside. If we could just push him out a little bit wide, it'll make it difficult for Nagler to come back. And there goes Wagner, and that's second place going to the American. Great move.
Fantastic. I mean, he literally has been working on this for several laps, and he finally put together a sequence of corners to get by him. That was fantastic. I'm sure I'm going to jump around here a little bit while we got a second, because I'm pretty sure that it won't be long and Nagler's going to be right back all over him again. Draw back here. This is Jimenez with Scott Taylor right in front of him.
Yep. He could do with another position gain in this one, Tony Jimenez, if he can help it. And Scott Taylor makes the apex. Jimenez had to take a tighter line there as a consequence of the attempts of an overtake.
You see his name there on the halo bar above his head. If that was me, I'd have reigning champion written up there somewhere.
Maybe so.
I would.
He's got the number 1 on his car anyway. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Deservedly so. In a league like this, to win a championship, you've accomplished something. This is a phenomenal league, as we see every week. You know, like I said, I went and watched that top split of that official race today, and Johan Annette just ran away with that race. He was this far ahead in 3 laps.
On the inside goes Jimenez, thinking about a move with Scott Taylor, but to no avail, and they will continue on their way in the final 6 laps here at Silverstone. Round 3 of the iGPFun Super Formula Lights League, first season of 2026. We're looking at Scott Haddock, who's just got by Kuji Ito for 17th position. Haddock has gone from 44th to 17th. And who knows, there could be more to come.
27 spots. He would certainly get the season biggest mover award. Because he does this every race, you know.
I mean, to be fair, if anyone within his country would give him some form of prize for the best racecraft of the season, I think he should be awarded with a takeout of his choice.
Right? That's right. Yes. Jump back up here real quick. Ridgway and Mehmet Taski.
Well, one driver's dropped down the field has Stefan Dodderer. He has had
my gosh.
2 spins on this lap.
Sure
He's had a spin
Look
just
at
now. You can just see the smoke in the background there. And we're going to see what exactly happened to Stefan Dodderer.
This is going to be
at
big
club.
One, big one. Oh, that curb got him. Well, that curb has bitten a few guys today. Then I don't think he's done yet. I think he's going to go back off track if, like you said, Ranson just went by. And
I don't think he had a second spin. I think that was just the only one he had.
Maybe,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe so.
Dodderer down to 10th place behind Simon Fessy. He's got his work cut out now between where he is and the end of the race. But there we look at the free car battle. Scott Haddock has now got by Stumwell, and there is Andrew Harris. He'll be aiming to complete what I think will be his last overtake of the race. Scott Haddock through into 15th place ahead of his compatriot.
Well, if he could get one more, he'd be up 30 spots. That'd be... All right, let's see where we're at here. We got...
Well, you never know with potential incidents at the end of the race, really. There's still time for that.
True, especially with some of the battles going on around here. Let's go back up here and take a look at this one.
That is Wagner and Nagler for second place in their battle there. Bolsotta has obviously pulled away from Dodderer since Dodderer had his spin, and it's Ludwig Ransson who's moved up into 5th place. Tony Newman is not only is he in front of Scott Taylor, but he's taken advantage of Dodderer's mistake and is into P6.
Yeah, he is indeed. This little battle here is... And Taylor has definitely got his focus on Jimenez right here.
And Denny Cornu may well be getting involved in this in a moment.
He's right there for sure. Then right behind him, you got Simone Fessy and Dodderer. Dodderer's trying to work his way back up after his little incident, little spin.
Wellington straight they come. Simon Fessy and Stefan Dodderer. Dodderer will go to the inside of Fessy at Brooklyn's corner if he can help it.
That's nice.
Fessy holds on for the time being, but Dodderer may have the high ground if he can maybe take a wider line through Luffield, which will give him all the exit speed and traction. And there he is. He's pushed Fessy to a mistake, and Dodderer should have him here.
Fessy tried to come over and squeeze him a little bit, but that didn't work.
Through goes Dodderer on Fessy for 9th position. A good overtake from the Dutchman. He's going to run out of time, I think, to do anything about Denny Cornu.
Yeah, that's too far up in front, I believe. Like I said, that's almost seconds. So 3 laps is short of a mistake. That's going to be tough. This is Harris and
Milne, isn't it?
Milne, yeah.
Still Milne overtaken by Andrew Harris, or at least they're in their own tussle. And that is Harris remaining in 16th position. Scott Taylor with a slowdown, which will only help Tony Jimenez briefly. And it looks like he's going to be passed here by Denny Cornu in a moment.
I don't know. He might.
Well, his line into Abbey isn't great. Looks like Cornu, sorry, is outside, and he's going to go through into P7. Denny Cornu through.
That's a good pass by Cornu right there, driving around the outside this late in the race.
Up from 18th to 7th in this one.
As is Jimenez, up 11 spots as well. Right in front of him.
And there's Cornu, there is Taylor.
I'm not sure.
Still fighting it out.
I'm not sure Taylor's ready to give that up just yet. I tell you
He's
what,
running out of time.
I was looking back here. This little battle right back here with Amos and Gracie and McKenzie. This has been a pretty good little battle here for the last few laps as well.
There's Amos and McKenzie. Brad Fuller goes to the next driver behind in 25th position. No, he's not going to make it three consecutive second place finishes this time around. Brad Fulliger.
Oh, that was a tough break there for those guys that got caught up in that incident. What a fantastic race they had going. Oh,
there is Amos with McKenzie to his left. Will they keep it clean through Copse Corner? They should do, because I think Amos has got more than a car's length in front of McKenzie this time around. And through goes the Welshman.
This is Cornu and Taylor still getting after it up here. Take a look real quick. Second. Got any team information on the Unity Red? There we go.
And Cornu.
Yeah, they're having a great day today. 5th and 7th overall.
Behind Cornu and Taylor are Dodderer and Fessy, who are equally as close to each other, if not closer.
Yes, right there together, aren't they? Otter is part of the RRS Seaman team with Scott Haddock.
Down the back straight, the Wellington straight, that is, for Dodderer to go through on Fessy, 4 position. He won't have time to do anything about Cornu and Taylor. There's only 1.5 laps for him to do anything about the situation. But it looks as though that Johan Net is going to make it 2 wins from 3 races this season. And now we look at Brad Fulliger, who's now up into 23rd place. He's got Matthew Gracie next in front. He has got enough time to make the move work. But even if he does get by him, it'll be as high as he'll go.
Yeah, I think so. You got Flint up there. I think Flint is probably safe ahead of these guys. But this little battle right here, you can see some positions change here over the last lap for sure. There's 5 of them running together. I'm fixing to jump up here to the leader, but
he's fully going to the inside now of Gracie into Copse Corner. Don't think Gracie's going to fight this one too much, to be honest with you. He knows that Fulliger is in a different league in terms of driver. There goes Fulliger past Gracie, despite putting 2 wheels over the white line there, surviving a slowdown. There is Johan on his final lap, Jim, and once again, sublime pace that he has shown today.
Guy is, I mean, I hate to say this, but really truly is in a league of his own. So fast.
The question is who will finish in second place between Conor Wagner and Nick Nagler. It looks as though it is in Wagner's court. But now, Johan is on his way to another win. The new championship leader is going to be Nick Nagler, with Fulliger dropping down the order after the tangle he had with Krish Patel and Andy Flynn.
Hey, we still like this is not this top 10 battle right here between Fessy and Stefan Dotterer is not a done deal at all either. As is Taylor and Cornu could still happen as well. Could still,
but they are running out of time. I think Cornu has that particular position covered. Maybe not so for Stefan Dotterer yet, but we'll go to Johan Annette, who's coming through Vale and Club for the last time. Pure dominance again for Johan Annette, who comes through and he's going to take victory at Silverstone. But he spins. I hope that wasn't deliberate.
No, I don't.
He should get over the line, and it's going to be victory at Silverstone for Johan Annette. A great victory. He performs a donut over the line this time, not before. Conor Wagner, 4 seconds behind in second place, his best result so far, and it's Nick Nagler, who is the new championship leader. by coming home in P3, and it's Max Bartolotti in 4th place. And then we've got Ludwig Ransson in 5th, ahead of Tony Jimenez, who continues to score well. Denny Corney holds off Scott Taylor. Stefan Donnerer is 9th, ahead of Simon Fessy. And we've got this brilliant battle going on involving the likes of Harris, Milne, Morvatova and Patel. Now, I hope they keep it clean for the remaining corners here. They should do. But it's been a brilliant race in terms of battling on circuit compared to what we saw at Indianapolis a week ago. But over the line, can Morvatova get ahead of Milne over the line? She might do just here. And she's done it. She's got ahead of him by 4 seconds, 4 thousandths of a second. That was a terrific pass over the line. Drag race to the line. Morvatova 17th on debut.
Fantastic stuff right there.
Eddie Amos finishing 25th at home. I hope for more than that. And Scott Haddock coming through from the back of the grid to 15th position. And then we wait for the likes of Dorian Arroyo, who's gone over the line, as has Max Giacchino. And there is Paul Distelli and Grigors Hatala, who are the remaining drivers on the lead lap to head over the line.
Man, oh, that spin there kind of. I don't think that was intentional.
I mean, I'd like to think it wasn't deliberate, but either way, he had more than enough in hand over Conor Wagner.
Yeah, I mean, it cut it down to 4 seconds pretty quick, didn't it? All right, let's get some results up here for you.
At the end of a brilliant race here at Silverstone, it's Johan Hernett who takes victory. Conor Wagner 2nd, with Nick Nagler in 3rd place. Max Bartolotto in 4th. Ludwig Ransson in 5th, and it's Tony Jimenez, the reigning champion, in 6th place. Denny Cornu, Scott Taylor, Stefan Donnerer, and Simon Fessy rounding out the top 10. Jimmy Santos in P11, a good effort from him. Robert Whitaway recovering to 12th. Then we've got Mehmet Tassier, Clark Williams, Scott Haddock from 44th to 15th, ahead of Andrew Harris, Sarah Mulfatova, Stu Milne, Chris Patel and Marius Anderson in your top 20. Andy Flint, Brad Fulliger, recovering to 21st and 22nd. And it's Matthew Gracie, Kuchi Ito, Eddie Amos, Patrick Williams, John McKenzie, Dorian Arroyo, Max Giacchino, Paul Distelli, Gregors Hatala. And we've got Giovanni Solito. The first of those a lap down. Scott Edwards making it to the end, as does Alex Lon, Patrick Rowlands, and Filippo Casey were the last drivers to finish. 36 making it to the end. The drivers that did not finish: Adam Telsmer, Vincenzo Talmina, Marcello Caruso, Dion Rosa, Justin Fields, Patrick Piper, Bruno Danesi, Yunus Amal, George Taylor, and the driver that did not even start this one, Justin Carasosa.
Wow, what a race, man.
Quite a fun one as well, don't you think?
Oh, a blast. I mean, we literally had 8 cars battling from 2nd to 9th place there for many laps. That was fantastic. Great stuff. Unfortunately for the few that got bit in that when that incident occurred, but man, what a fantastic race. Battles all over the field, up and down. Great stuff.
And we hope for more to come in Sebring. And yes, we are going back stateside in a week's time. Jim, thank you so much for your company, as always. And thank you to all those that have tuned in to watch what's been a sensational race here at Silverstone. If you enjoyed it that much, do make sure you like and subscribe so you won't miss a thing in terms of the races that are shown on the channel itself. It's time to wrap it up. It's been a sensational race again for Johan Hernett, showing no sign of abating. Can anyone stop him in Sebring in 7 days' time? You know where to tune in to find out. I am Tom Cairns with Jim Cunningham, and we'll speak to you again soon when the iGPFun Super Formula Lights League returns.